from Gottlieb Pinball.
Frank, I'm gonna need. Who's chattering like that? Is it you, son?
Is it you, son?
Yeah, it is, Dad.
Grapes.
You better get those colors in the right holes there, young man.
I'm not an idiot like you.
Jonathan! Where is that boy?
The finishing touches. One more pop bumper board, Kurt.
Where is it?
On the workbench, I'll bet. But look at this Spider-Man. No, you know what? It's a new approach to showing the game. We're showing you the most beautiful Spider-Man on Earth, but with it wide open. We thought we'd start this way so you could see how clean it is on the inside. The original cash pan was still there with the lid. Usually the lids are long gone. Even the original cards are intact. And the manual. Now what makes this really neat, do you see here? Optional electromechanical coin counters. That's right. You could put them in here to count coins. They had planned to do it. Here are the jumpers. And the diodes were already built in on the driver board. That's right, I'm going to show you now. There they are. There are the diodes. And then this is the later revision without the diodes. So you can see, and you need to do that to any game you have that doesn't have meters in the front, which is every game. Did you see that? That is, why am I great? I am great because I do nothing great. Well, I thought that was a pretty interesting idea to put that in there. Also, you can see we've put our bendies in place that light all of these holes. Am I holding the camera right? I can't do anything right. See how they can point and be directed? These are really, really great LEDs. Pinball Life sells them, but I'm pretty sure everybody else does. You just have to make sure you adjust them so that the mechanism does not smack into them. And here we have one here lighting up the hole right there too. As we wait for the pop bumper board, yes, you should know on these pop bumper boards that the older System 80s did not have this mod. Do you see right here? This has the mod. There's a jumper there instead of a resistor, and this capacitor is pointing this direction. That's correct. If your Spider-Man has a diode here, a glass diode right next to the chip, then that means you have to modify it. You have to put a jumper in. A staple, an actual staple out of your stapler at home will fit the holes perfect. And then you flip this capacitor around, and you will bulletproof that board. It'll never, ever burn out again. Of course, you have to reflow solder here and also here too. Actually, I have, I'm going to show you what they look like to start. Now here's an example of what we found. This was a supposedly finished Spider-Man, but even though they did the pop bumper board mod on this, look. See that? Ice cold. It's rocking back and forth. This one apparently has been resoldered, but this one you can clearly see. It's never been touched. Okay, now look. Can you see the rocking? Can you see the tiny crack around the pins? That is what's a cold solder connection. Incredible amount of unreliability. And this is what it looks like resoldered. Also in these driver boards you have to tighten these two screws too. Now that pump bumper board will never fail again. Isn't that something? And you can see we also LED'd the rest of the machine from underneath. And we put brand new plungers and links in here. Brand new end of stroke switches. And of course there's a new sleeve inside. So these coils, there's 4 of them. 4 flippers are as good as it was when the game was brand new. Right, Kurt?
Mm-hmm.
And Kurt is putting the final touches in. I'm going to let him do that. Now that's better, isn't it? Look at that. Look at this game. Oh my gosh, this is a beauty. And you know what? When we were working on it, it was so much fun. The guys had to do this.
SpiderPig, SpiderPig does whatever a SpiderPig does. 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 SpiderPig, SpiderPig does whatever a SpiderPig does.
Boy, is that tacky? What do you think? Oh, come on, we're all having fun here. We're all, how can we not? Look at this beautiful piece of equipment. This is the nicest Spider-Man we've ever had. Look at the other side. Actually, you know what? We're not doing this right, are we, Steven? Let's pull it out. That's better. Look at this beautiful thing. It is beautiful. Look, the spider webs are weaving on the sides. The most beautiful original playfield with virtually only had, what, Steven, how much? Just a little tiny bit of touch-up?
Just a very, very little bit.
Yes. It has the factory gleam still on it. It's just beautiful. And we have our plastics to protect the plastic, the clear washers here, so we don't suspect anything will ever happen to this machine. Look at the LED lighting on that. Look at how dynamite this shines through. It's a brand new back glass. The man that sent this in for an overhaul had already had a lot of work done to it. Curiously, whoever did the overhaul skipped a whole bunch of things. Oh, I hear somebody coming. Who is coming? Wallace! Late again.
Yep.
You're not leaving.
Watch me.
It's a Saturday. It's 2:10.
Saturday, ain't nobody supposed to be here.
But what? It's a work day.
Guys, we have a family, you know?
Family stuff. What are you working on back there? Look, his toolbox is closed. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your toolbox is closed.
That means I can't use no tools.
Look, see, he's prepping the turtles. We're putting brand new side art on it. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. See, we have a brand new overlay on it that Steven just did. And Steven just happens to be working the camera. He did, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's going to show.
Steven had to be working the camera. Turn the camera around on you.
He's not going to do that, is he? It is Steven. It's not Frank.
Yeah.
Frank's going to be doing a lot of videos this week. This is my second to the last video I'm doing, guys, because I'm going to Disney World. But before I go, I want to show you some very unique things about this. We got back to that. Wallace, you better be in Monday, young man.
You too.
No, I'll be on the plane. I have an 11 a.m. flight out of Philadelphia. I'm on my way.
When are you coming back?
Too soon? You know what? I'll put Facebook. You watch Facebook. I'll do, if you're on my Facebook page. I have 1,500 people, I guess. But I'll do some video posts. How about that? I'll go into the arcades down there. I wonder if they'll have a Spider-Man at the Disney World arcade.
Quite, I'm sure they do.
Well, there's nothing going to be anything as nice as this one, Wallace. It is a beauty. You already saw underneath.
What's this
Now-
one?
Oh yeah, this was made. This was sent. We were not responsible for that, but a custom figure on the end of the. Isn't that clever? Isn't that terrific looking? The gorgeous clean coin door. We had to do a lot of scrubbing. As I said, curiously, they didn't do a lot of things.
What do you mean we?
Me. The capacitor on the bottom wasn't changed. The ground jumper. Certain things were skipped, which was so unique because somebody spent a lot of detail getting the game ready for this sale. But anyway, let's look back here, because back here has something in it you've never seen. Of course, we have the brand new back glass. And yes, we have our LED lighting, as you can see. Let me show you in here. Look at this. That's right. Never saw one of them, did you? Brand new 9-month System 80 board. And it is programmed for this particular game. There's no EEPROMs or anything and no dip switches through the port here. So when you order the game, you can have that come. Now, this is a terrific board. You can still also, there are other alternatives. Fred Schwemmer, who you've seen some of his boards, also makes a board too, a System 80 board that you can put the old EEPROMs in. You can buy a brand new one. See, the big problem is we're losing the boards because of the battery. That damn battery has ruined the board. Then it drips down on the driver board. Brand new driver board. This one has LEDs to tell you which coils are working at the time. Original soundboard was just fine, and of course the power supply we rebuilt with diodes, capacitors, and jumpers. You have to put the jumpers in there. That board is solid. I don't think you need to do a replacement, although people do make the brand new boards. You don't have to. That's replaceable. That crappy one in System 1, you got to put a new power supply in that. They're junk. But this one's a good power supply. Also, one thing that was unique, see that green wire we've added? It wasn't done to this restoration. Nobody added that second ground wire. You have to do that. That is so important because when you do that, that bulletproofs the machine for all the ground issues you ever have. Now, I'm going to show you something neat that new board does. Notice the ball is not in the machine. It's out there in the outlane. If I hit the start button, look at the memo. No balls. Now,
Just like you.
you know, I was sure you were going to say that. I can't even think of a good comeback on that.
I'm not surprised.
Although I would dare say that 2 of these would not even be close to. Yeah. But now we put the ball in and look. Now, of course, it starts up just fine. Now, one other unique thing that this machine does, that new board does, is as you play the game, as you hit the targets, you've all seen us play, and of course that one lights up our 2 spiders here. We decided to do a different color scheme here, blue and white on top here. What makes this unique is watch. When my ball drains, watch up the high score. Now watch. See, for just a moment, it flashes the high score to date and then goes back up. Now Stern did that, but you know they picked up on that. And it was a really nice addition. Of course, there's new drop targets, new coils, or new rubbers, not coils. We did have to change only one rubber, but we did put new boots. Steve Young sells these at Pinball Resource, brand new, nice white boots here, and you can also buy the plungers and links, which you already saw underneath it. Boy, it's just so nice looking. Did we show this side?
No, we did not.
No. I'm just showing my stupidity. But no, I'm not stupid. I'm just excited. I can't wait to get away. I'm looking forward to this trip. Anyway, a beautiful piece of equipment. This has got to be the nicest Spider-Man, I think, that exists. And we're going to top it off with a brand new clear glass, playfield glass. The one it came in on was all scratchy. But you've seen it. You can obviously watch. There's lots of people that have game plan these. Now, oh, and you know what? One last thing, and then we'll be done. When you go into the test on that new board, see, look, you got plain English words, just like on the System 1. And then you can step through it. There's your dip switch tests. You can, your ball save, if the game had ball save, your first threshold, of course, is your first pop of your first game. And when you get to the end, you can enable all kinds of things. When you're done, then you can go into the next. There's your data, which is how many times you kicked it, how many times you knocked the game over. Your hardware is a terrific test because you can step through this. Now look. See, look. Isn't that nice? It flashes all the computer-controlled lights. Isn't that nice? Oh boy, is that nice. Nice. And then your coil test, it'll fire each coil just like the other test. But then it's just nice. Now here's your switch test. Of course, you've seen these. You just hit the switch, and then the switch will pop up. Oh, you know, I have to enter it. And then I go down here. and then all my switches will come up. So the test button and the start button go into the programming of the game. And then of course when you're completely done, you can turn it off and on, or you can step out of the menu, kind of reverse step just like they did in the Williams games. Well, Stephen, I think our customer is going to be very happy. We're going to get this baby packed up and shipped out. And I'm not going to do it. You are, Stephen.
Good luck.
You.
Good luck with that. Get
In
the
the
phone, stupid.
meantime, we'll leave you with this song.
Like a streak of light.